Hey everybody, it's Sam Bennett from therealsambennett.com. Just trying to get going live here on the things. You are live. Okay. Go live. Yay, that's happening. Go live. Yay, that's happening. Whoops. Hey everybody, it's Sam Bennett from therealsambennett.com. How's it going? You guys are looking great out there. How's everybody? Maya, Lori, always a pleasure. How are you, TikTokers of the world? Let's start with breathing, right? Let's start by centering in, by taking this moment, this exact precise moment, to find a little bit of calm, to find a little bit of insight, to tap into that deep inner wisdom. You don't need me to tell you things. You just need to listen to you telling you things. You know what I mean? All right, ready? We're going to inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. We'll do that 3 times. I'll count us through it. Ignore it if you want, but it's fun. You ready? Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my goodness, that just felt delicious. Thank you for doing that with me. Hi, Jane. How great to see you. Erica, Stephen, how's it going, everybody? So we're here to talk about fear of failure, particularly your fear of failure, and how it might be getting in your way and not in the ways you might expect. I think we all can recognize when we're not moving forward on something because we're scared, because what will people think? What if it doesn't go well? What if I invest a lot of time and energy and then it doesn't go well? What if I fail? What if I fail publicly? What if I fail publicly and expensively in a giant belly flop? Totally get it, right? Hi, Nanette. How's it going? Hi, Yvette. So how do we unlock this, right? Because it's very difficult to say to oneself, no, it's okay. I could fail. That's all right. I don't know that many of you are quite there yet. I don't know that I'm quite there yet. But I wanted to talk to you today about some of my failures and how some of my failures have turned into successes. And my overriding point for you, if you're looking for the shorter version, shorter even than 15 minutes, is that failure is your only path to success. Failure is your only path to success. If you are failing, it means you're trying something new. If you are failing, it means you are at the limit of your abilities and knowledge. If you are failing, it means you are hurling yourself into an unknown space with unknown consequences. This can only mean one thing, and that's growth. If you are not having fear of failure, then you're not doing anything new. And if you're not doing anything new, then you're stagnating. And I know that you highly creative people, you people with a grillion ideas all the time, you people who bring the sparkle and the light and the art to every room you go into, are not into stagnating, right? So, but let me show you how this might work and how it has worked for me. Hi, Steve. Hi, spiritual mermaid. Oh my gosh, we're twins. I too am a spiritual mermaid. Okay. Hi, Edith. How's it going? Jane says, this is my 7th business and this stuff still pops up. I know, right? You think oh, I got this dialed now. No. New level, new devil, right? New partner, same problem, different outfit. There it is. So this new book, The 15-Minute Method, that came out this summer, if you haven't gotten it, please get your copy at wherever you like to buy books. It came about because I emailed my publishing company, my agent, and then the publishers, because it was also the 10th anniversary of Get It Done, of my first book. And I wanted, here, TikTok, you can see those. There's the book. And I wanted them to see if they wanted to do a 10th anniversary edition or something, because the book is still in print. It's still doing well. People still like it. And I heard back from them. They said, oh, that's interesting. Let's look into it. And then they came back to me and said, no, and explained to me why it was a no. So, oh well, tried and failed. And I forwarded the email on to my agent to say, well, I guess that's not going to go, failed that attempt, moving on. And my agent writes me back and she's like, Sam, did you read the whole email? Because at the bottom, towards the bottom, she says, by the way, if you were interested in writing a book on overwhelm, we'd love to talk to you about that. My agent goes, they're telling you what book they want to buy from you. And I was like, oh, excellent point. Thank you. Good. Well spotted. Thanks, agent. Way to earn your 15%. So here's question number one. Does your failure, right, point to a new solution? Right? My failure to get them interested to doing a 10th anniversary edition of Get It Done led to a conversation about doing something new. So now I have a book deal without really having to write a book proposal, and got a contract, signed the book. Now, okay, so that's failure number one. Is my big fat plan about a 10th anniversary edition that totally went nowhere, but led to this other thing. But I was so focused on the thing that I thought I wanted, I missed the opportunity. Or I almost missed the opportunity. Thank goodness my agent was on board. So that's one. Be writing down how this is relevant for you. Be writing down how this is relevant for you, because I know what it is. Okay. Number two, as many of you know, for the last 2.5 years, I've had long haul COVID, which means I'm exhausted all the time. And I'd like to talk to somebody about getting chronic fatigue classified as chronic pain, because basically it's the same. Hi, Jean. Hi, Dana. Hi, Candy. So my energy's been super shitty. My brain doesn't quite work the way it used to. Like I used to be really good at sort of big picture thinking and big systems and stuff, and I'm just not anymore. I can't quite get there. So here I am in this state of physical failure, and that I'll just power through and write like crazy and get the book done really fast strategy was not available to me. I had to write the 15-minute method in 15-minute increments. This is not my preferred way of working, but it was the only way I could work, right? So my body's failure, if we want to call it that, to recover from long COVID, led me to living out my own strategy with 15-minute method. It led me to dive more deeply into my own philosophy. Where is this true of you? Right? Where has a failure of something physical, of your systems, of your world, led you to a deeper understanding of your own philosophy, of your own truth? Because I bet it has. Right? So now I can stand here and say, 15-minute method may have been a good idea initially, but now it's my lived wisdom. I'm like, oh no, you can totally write, publish, and produce a book, and indeed run an entire business 15 minutes at a time. The third thing I sort of mentioned in the email that I sent is like, how did my failure get me a house? Well, as again, many of you know, I was living in Carpinteria, California, also known as heaven on earth. I lived there blissfully for 10 years. And then the building I was in got bought and turned into an Airbnb. And my failure to have saved enough money to put a down payment on a house in Southern California showed itself up. I could not afford to buy anything. Not a tin shack in Pacoima, nothing. And I was really at odds and ends. I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. And the rents are even incredibly high. There was no good answer. And I was feeling that failure, that like, oh my gosh, I'm getting kicked out of the place that I love. I can't afford to invest in the place that I love. I can't afford to stay here. And I was sick already. So I'm like, I have limited resources energetically to sort of make things happen. And between one thing and another, the stars sort of aligned, and I was able to buy a house in Connecticut, where I am now, Well, I just had sushi with my realtor, because what else are you going to do? My house has gained over $100,000 in value in the 2 years since I bought it. So my failure to be able to participate in Southern California real estate has led to quite a large success here in Connecticut real estate. What does the future hold? I have no idea. Don't ask me. Answer cloudy. Ask again later. Magic 8 Ball, right? Oh, Lori's saying, every time you talk about this, I think this is me. My doc says, no, it's not long COVID, but I beg to differ. I've had the same issues and I'm learning to do things slower, 15 minutes at a time, and yet I can still get things done. You give me all sorts of hope. Good. Yes. So long haul COVID is an umbrella term that covers a lot of different syndromes and symptoms. It's worth diving into it as much as, hey, Superman, I want to thank you so much. You've helped me so much. I'm so glad. Oh, that makes me so happy. Thank you for saying so. Mwah, right back to you. So long haul COVID is an umbrella term that covers a whole bunch of different syndromes and symptoms. It's worth diving into. There's saying as much as 10%, between 4 and 10% of people who have had COVID now have long COVID. And it's sort of a second pandemic because there's a whole bunch of us who are not able to contribute in the way that we were once able to contribute. So, and finally, the thing I'll add in here is that it's really my whole business is inadvertent. I mean, I have failed my way to success the whole way, mostly because a lot of the things that I've done or chosen to do, I didn't know they weren't the way to do it. Like I just did things the way it made sense to me to do it. And that seemed to work out. And people seem to, oh my gosh, how are you so innovative? I'm like, I don't know that I am. I just didn't know it was a risk, I guess. I didn't know it was supposed to be hard. I didn't know you were supposed to do all this other stuff first. And I have certainly succeeded at not having any credentials at all. I mean, I have a lot of street cred. I have a lot of learned cred. But y'all, I dropped out of Northwestern University to take a job at the Second City Theater in Chicago because that was more interesting to me. And I thought, as an actor, I don't need a college degree. No one cares. And it turns out that as an actor and indeed as a teacher, no one cares. It's never come up. I'm certified in nothing. Somebody might call that a failure. I call it my ticket to freedom and success, my ticket to entrepreneurial joy, right? I've been, I hit mid-6 figures almost right away in my business and haven't gone below that. But partly because every time I fail, I'm able to crack it open and say, what am I learning here? If you are in a leadership position, I really want you to put yourself in a position of failing regularly. Oh, have you guys seen Mahidabel up there? She's up on top. Whoops, there she is. That's my kitty. Have you pushed yourself? Have you put yourself in beginner's mind? Have you challenged yourself? Have you made yourself so uncomfortable that your ego starts bumping up and you start getting that feeling of like, I don't think this is right for me. I don't think they appreciate me here. I don't think I know how to do this. Isn't for me. That little ego tantrum, that's a sign that you are onto something important. And as a leader, it is important that you continue to put yourself in a position of failing, of doing something poorly anyway, so that you can remember what it's like for your clients and employees, right? Because when you're the leader, nobody tells you no. When you're the leader, nobody ever says that's stupid. They probably should, but they don't. So how can you put yourself in a position where you are not the leader and let yourself lean into the part of you that is childish, that is young, that is uninformed, that doesn't know what mistakes she's making? As we get older, I think this is more and more important so that we don't become ossified, so we don't become stuck, so we don't become just people running the same fucking patterns we've been running our entire lives, right? So this is my invitation to you. Run towards failure. I want to write a book, but what if it's a failure? I don't know. Start writing. Find out. Right? Oh, I think I want to do videos, but what if I fail? Great. Yes. Plan on failing. Plan on failing for the first 10 of them, 20 maybe, possibly 100. After 100, if you're still failing after 100, then you could probably give it a rest. I want to make sales, but I'm afraid. Yeah, I know. But you're not going to learn until you start failing. Hi, Joe. Great to see you. So, hi, Diana, Billy. I'm so glad you're here. I'm literally doing that now. That's great. Good for you. Good for you, Superman. So important. So, this is my invitation for you to look back at your own life. Where were the times where you thought you were failing? You actually were failing. You did fail, and yet something beautiful rose out of that. Some incredible opportunity that you never would have found otherwise came out of that. Some incredible learning that you never would have found otherwise came out of that. Where has failure been your friend and your sacred teacher? And where can you rush to fail faster? Where can you push yourself to fail faster, fail more often, fail with greater joy, fail with greater innocence, fail with less judgment, fail with more grace? Fail with grace. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm digging this little 15-minute things. Goes with the 15-minute method, 15-minute training, 15-minute live. Thank you for being here. Please share this with a friend if you haven't already. And if you're not on my email list, make sure you hop on to therealsambennett.com and join my email list, because that's really where the action happens. A lot of free stuff. All right, you ready? Let's do one more breath to close out this circle. Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for doing this with me. Big kiss. Love you, Jane. Take care, everybody.